Hey you guys, my name is Cisco and today I have with me Greg Wong.
How's it going, guys?
Also known as Spartan117GW, and today we're going to talk about some classic army guns that have been pimped out by PTS. So the first gun we're going to be talking about is the prototype of the new classic army Mark 18. Internally it's going to have wire cut gears, the upgraded wiring and MOSFET. It's also going to have a rotary style hop-up unit and it's going to be shooting about 400 FPS for outdoor gameplay. Now let's let Greg talk about what he did to it.
So the Mark 18 platform is very cool. It's still in use today by a lot of guys in SOCOM, and it's a very adaptable platform for the military, and that's why a lot of guys like it, because it just has the look that you're going for if you want to set up an impression. So
Definitely.
This is kind of a PTS interpretation of a Mark 18 impressionist rifle. Of course, we have the little magnified optic here, the Spectre or LCAN that a lot of people know and love. I've accented this gun with a lot of tan accessories. I think it really matches, and plus you do see a lot of tan accessories on Mark 18s out there. We have the enhanced polymer stock, which is fantastic. It stores multiple types of batteries, very big batteries. So you can pretty much run all the batteries you need during a game, never really have to run out. You can switch leads on the fly, be good to go for the duration.
Shout out to Mike in the California Walking Store. He actually fits 4 batteries into that stock.
Yes, it's pretty OP. Also have the enhanced polymer magazine. It's pretty much the good to go magazines, designed for a lot of different platforms, has a lot of adaptability, the orange follower, the 150 rounds, the superior construction with the DuPont polymer. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's pretty much perfect for this gun.
And feeds very well.
Yes, very high rate of fire guns as well. You also have the enhanced polymer vertical foregrip. This is the compact. It's also the version 2. So it has the grid RTF style texture to match what would normally be on the enhanced polymer rifle grip. I also have a little pec box on here and a Griffon M4ST2 suppressor. While it's not necessarily kosher, it is a very, very cool suppressor and kind of adds to the look, so that way you can go from a suppressed look to an unsuppressed look. I've also got an Enforce a WML in here that matches the flat dark earth look of this rifle. Overall, I think this is very clean. It definitely fits the kind of profile that you're looking for if you're looking for an impressionist rifle, but with a little PTS twist to it. So I think overall it's a very fantastic build.
No, yeah, I actually really like the way you built it. It even has these are the Griffon Sights, right?
Oh, yes, it has the Griffon Sights. One of the reasons I went with that is because of our catalog of backup iron sights. These have the most mil-spec type look, so that way it blends into the rifle. It doesn't distract from everything else, but it's very functional. I mean, the detent on this thing is absolutely fantastic.
Really stiff.
Yeah, so once it's up, and once it's down, and it locks and stays in position. And if you get it, it also comes with a canted sight set of mounts. So however you want to configure it, you can configure it. But yeah, one of the reasons why I chose it for this rifle is because it has that kind of USGI kind of style look, but it's built very well.
I actually like the way that this one turned out. It's very, very cool looking. I feel it's a more modernized take on the Mark 18 compared to the traditional style. The suppressor actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, I like the original look, but the squared perforations on the suppressor make it look like almost like a nice armament style.
Yeah, the added texturing. I mean, this is fully licensed by Griffon Armament. The added texturing and just the new designs on the front, I think, add a lot more character to the new suppressor that Griffon Armament brought to the table. So when these came in, I was actually very excited. But overall, I think, it really kind of completes the look of this rifle if you really want a fully decked out piece.
So next up on the list is going to be the Classic Army Scarab. This is going to have a CNC'd aluminum receiver, completely upgraded internals as well, 9mm gearbox, quick chain spring system. It also has an electronic control unit that is programmable to 3 and 5 round burst, with the rotary style hop-up unit and the 6.03 inner barrel. So, Greg, you did this one up as well. We'll talk about it.
So, this is a very cool, unique gun. What I like about it is that it takes a lot of features from other guns, so it kind of gives it a unique look, but it's familiar in a lot of ways. You see elements of the Scar and elements of other like PDW style rifles on here, but of course it has all the compatibility for a lot of your AR style components like your rifle grip, your magazines, and obviously it's got key mod and Picatinny segments up front. So this is a nice, really compact rifle. I put a SRS type replica on it to kind of help complete that PDR-ish kind of look. You also have our enhanced polymer backup iron sights. These are really affordable iron sights from PTS. They're very simple, easy to use, and they're pretty affordable too. It's one of the really good advantages of said sights. I also have a battle comp on here. That's the 1.0, so it's a nice short little muzzle device, kind of completes the look of the front end there. Also have a enhanced polymer vertical grip version 2, the compact version in black. Obviously complements this as well. You also have the enhanced polymer magazine, which is fantastic. And overall, that kind of completes the look of this rifle, other than the little light right there. But it's a nice, unique platform. Of all the classic Army guns, this is probably the ones that I'm most excited about, just because of the unique design. You have the PTW style stock here, so it really cuts down on the length for breaching into a room, or if you need a little bit more stability for your traditional marksmanship purposes, the stock will collapse to various lengths. It's also a fully ambidextrous gun, so you have ambidextrous mag release on here. The charging handle can be moved left or right. Obviously, the stock you can adjust with either side, and your selector, which is really nice and very important, is also ambidextrous as well. You have key mod on the sides, and you also have Picatinny on the bottom, so you have a decent amount of flexibility with your attachments. And also PTS makes a lot of key mod attachments, especially when it comes to rail segments. So you can go ahead and dress this bad boy up as many ways you want to, but this is pretty much how I would use it, dressed up, like literally with the sights optics. For this exact configuration is pretty much how I would run it. So.
No, yeah, for the CQB role, this one definitely fills in that slot very perfectly. One thing I forgot to mention is the fire control of the gun are very similar to a regular M4 style gun. So it's going to be very familiar. Where the magazine release, the selector switches, the bolt catch, everything like that is going to be exactly where you are used to them being, while it's still giving you a very unique rifle.
Yeah. I think the unique rifle is probably the biggest selling point of this gun, is that it's reminiscent of other guns, but there really is no real Scarab. So this is a really nice, unique addition to the arsenal. I think this is one of the cooler guns within the Classic Army armory.
And the final gun that we have today is going to be the Classic Army Nemesis Delta. This one has the Delta 12-inch rail with the PTW style stock. Almost the same exact internals as the Scarab. What I forgot to mention about the Scarab and this one, they both have the quick change spring system. Out of the box, they're going to be shooting about 400 FPS, but you will be able to change that out really easily if you want to take it indoors as well. Greg, talk about it.
All right. So, some of the accessories I have on here that are a little unique from the other guns. I have a Fortis shift grip on here. So it adds a lot of flexibility here, because you can use it like a giant hand stop, and you can use it like your standard vertical foregrip. This one is the key mod version. We also make it for M-LOK and for standard Picatinny. Also have the enhanced polymer sights, which I mentioned earlier, that are on this gun. They're just good backup sights to have, and I think if you're going to have an airsoft gun, you should probably have some backup sights in case something happens to your primary optic. Also have the enhanced polymer magazine on here. And going over the rifle in its completion, much like the Scarab, it's fully ambidextrous with the magazine release, the bolt catch, the selector. It also has the quick change motor grip. Now, it's one of the only elements I didn't change on this gun, because this is actually a really good selling point for the Classic Army guns, is being able to change the motor grip. And the profile is actually very comfortable. So it's a pretty good grip that'll come with the gun, and I think it's one of the better ones that's been developed in the last few years. It also has the Delta rail, which has Picatinny on the 12, direct attachment on the left and right, and the 3 and the 9, and of course 6 o'clock is key mod, and it is spec key mod because that's how I got the Fortis grip on there. Also, it has the collapsible stock, very similar to the Scarab, but it does have one extra trick up its sleeve. This is actually an extended tube for battery space. It's actually something I kind of wish the Scarab had, because this gun is wired to the rear, so it gives you the most flexibility in terms of having a rifle that can be very compact, but you have that ability to wire it to the rear and keep things nice and clean and organized. That way you don't really have to worry about any of the wiring or anything up front. So you have a nice, very clean rail and clean look. And of course, I've got a Spectre on here with a red dot on top. Gives you a little bit of flexibility, so if you use it for close quarters, you have the red dot on top, little red dot sight, and then you have the magnified optic for engaging targets at range. But I think this is a very nice little hybrid gun. I think the Nemesis really looks very nice and complete with all these configurations.
I do definitely like the look at that as well. You're right, the Scarab is wired to the front. You do have to remove the screws and remove this bottom panel. There is plenty of space in there, but it can be a little bit cumbersome at times. I do really like the Fortis shift grip. I traditionally do the C-clamp as well, if not just thumb along the side of the board. So normally I'm using the vertical grip as a hand stop. With this, you have the option, if you're just kind of just running around with it and just need something to hold on to, you have that. Or you can kind of just tuck it down really tight and make sure you get like your accurate shots out. All right, Greg, thank you for coming by and helping us pimp out these guns. Let us know how you feel about them in the comments below. What would you do differently? All of these PTS and Classic Army products are available at our store, so make sure you check out our website or stop by to check them out. Don't forget that we also have a swap meet going on October 7th. It will be at the California Walk-In Store. If you have anything to sell or want to trade and get rid of, we have slots available still. Registration ends October 4th, so make sure you stop by and pre-register. We hope to see you guys there. Greg, thank you for coming by again.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you guys for watching. This is GITV. My name is Cisco, and we'll see you guys next time.